You could spend a lifetime researching conspiracy theories online, and believe us when we say you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. What does it signify though? Is it when some of the rumors and secrets turn out to be true? Well, we now know more than ever about our government's covert initiatives as a result of declassified papers, official leaks, and enlightening publications. From the FBI's file on Bigfoot to the CIA's covert dragonfly. Sometimes, the truth can be stranger than fiction. Join us once again as we reveal our list of dark photos from history that the government tried to bury. Welcome to Top 5, where we bring you things that will blow your mind. These include demystifying things that have never crossed your mind. 5. UFO in the ocean. The U.S. Navy, according to documentary filmmaker and UFO enthusiast Jeremy Corbell, allegedly captured footage of an unidentified flying object or UFO off the coast of San Diego in July 2019 that showed the UFO dissipating into the water. I know what you're thinking. Filmmaker, UFO, it must be a movie prop, right? No, since before it sank into the water, a dark spherical object was seen flying by an infrared camera. According to confirmation from the U.S. Department of Defense, the clip was obtained by military soldiers. As the item fades, a military man can be heard saying, "It splashed." He added that the UFO appeared to be transmedium capable. In other words, the UFO seems to be capable of traveling through both air and water. The Pentagon refers to UFOs as unidentified aerial phenomena, and the Navy recorded many sightings of them in 2019. One of the ships that kept an eye out for UFO encounters near the Californian coast was the USS Omaha. Before this incident, 3 brief UFO recordings were captured by Navy pilots in 2004 and 2005, but were formally published by the Pentagon in 2020. I don't know about you guys, but if it took them this long to publish, then there must be more than what we're not aware of. I wouldn't be surprised if an Iron Man suit is already available, but still being kept from public. 4. Radar footage. Apparently, this isn't the first time Corbell has shared footage claiming to prove the existence of UFOs, since, as you know, he's a UFO enthusiast. On July 15, 2019, Jeremy Corbell shared the 46-second video on Twitter and claimed it was captured aboard the USS Omaha, the same boat keeping an eye out for UFO encounters near the coast of California. The documentary, Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, director Corbell said that the video evidence revealed a major UFO incident sequence. He again posted an 18-second video showing 3 UFOs hovering above the USS Russell in 2019, and the Navy verified the authenticity of the footage, according to the New York Post. John Ratcliffe, the former director of national intelligence, acknowledged that some of the things that make these earlier unreported sightings difficult to explain include movements that are difficult to replicate or objects moving faster than the speed of sound without making a sonic boom. With this being said, it seems that we will never know until our technology catches up with the UFO's technology. 3. Watergate. Yes, we're talking about the Watergate scandal. How can we not include it when this is one of the biggest scandals of its time, and it's said that former President Nixon has something to do with it? Anyway, the Watergate scandal, for you who doesn't know or didn't hear anything about it, is a break-in where the intruders plan to steal copies of top-secret documents and bug the office's phones. 5 thieves went back to the Watergate building after their original scheme failed. A security guard discovered numerous of the building's door locks had been covered with tape as the skulkers were getting ready to enter the office with a new microphone. When the security guard alerted the police, they came barely in time to apprehend them. Although it was not immediately obvious that the thieves were associated with the president, suspicions were heightened when officers discovered copies of the White House phone number for the re-election committee among the intruders' possessions. Nixon claimed in a speech he made in August that no members of his White House staff had anything to do with the break-in. The majority of people supported him, and in a resounding win in November 1972, the president was re-elected. Despite the mounting suspicion that President Nixon was involved, there wasn't any real proof. To impeach the president, the Congress need concrete proof. Investigators quickly learned that Nixon recorded every discussion he had in the Oval Office. The tapes were requested by investigators. Nixon was compelled to turn over the tapes by the Supreme Court after he resisted. The recordings were like the smoking gun, proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Nixon was at least complicit in the cover-up. Nixon's political career was gone once the smoking gun recording were made public. He was going to be impeached by the Congress, but Nixon opted to resign rather than face impeachment. President Richard Nixon resigned from office for the first time on August 9, 1974, making history. 2. Shadow brokers. Cybercrime may be a serious hazard, as a mystery hacker or gang of hackers demonstrated in 2016. The American National Security Agency, or NSA, Tailored Access Operations (TAO) section, the Equation Group, is said to have developed the extremely sensitive tools that were leaked by the hackers operating under the name the Shadow Brokers. The tools totaled more than a gigabyte. The hacking prowess displayed by the Shadow Brokers was unheard of previously, and the group's exploit collection that was revealed was so potent that it instantly earned them notoriety. So, what organization may be behind this extremely skilled hacker group? Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and stay until the end of the video to not miss the answer. In addition to gaining access to the NSA's toolkit, the Shadow Broker also succeeded in stealing details about the agency's methodology, including a list of agents' names and a code for breaking into Middle Eastern banks, which were connected to the NSA's attack against nearby financial institutions. In July 2017, the Shadow Brokers abruptly ceased operations after shocking the globe. Nobody knows who they were, why they were making the stolen files available, or whether they will ever publish again. Several theories have emerged as a result of the group's work. These are the Chinese theory, the North Korean theory, and the Russian theory. These views, however, are illogical and cannot be supported by evidence. However, one idea in particular caught the attention of the analysts. This theory, known as the American or insider theory, because of language analysis, seems to be supported by the facts but has never been verified. In any event, it's been a while since the Shadow Brokers have spoken. Was it because they ran out of products to sell? Or do they own more and are waiting a request? Regarding the last scenario, another option is that the insider was previously discovered by the NSA, but the information was withheld from the media by TAO to maybe protect its reputation. It seems that only time will tell when this will be cleared out. Or maybe we'll never know. 1. Motorized roller skates. Some of you might be thinking that our number one is not so special. You might be right, but hear us out. A business in Detroit invented the powered roller skates. Antonio Pirello, an unyielding innovator from Lincoln Park, Michigan, developed it in 1955. Mr. Pirello filed a patent application for his 2-year-old invention of power roller skates in 1955. Unfortunately, one of the initial problems was the weight, but he was able to get the weight of the engine down to under 17 pounds. Some sources indicate he might have gotten it to 9 or 10. If the sources were true, then that would have been a relief. Otherwise, people who would have used it might have developed a body, and like for Ronnie Coleman and the Mr. Olympia competition would be crowded with roller skaters. Wouldn't that be a sight to behold? Moving on. Along the heights of its marketing, people have so many questions about it. However, there's one that really got the attention of people. Which one? It's the brakes. I can't really blame them for that because it's really important, especially when you're cruising at 17 miles per hour. However, the braking mechanism was well understood by those that use the skates. The mechanism might not be efficient, sure, and perhaps hard to control. But come on, People dash down ice-slick mountainsides on skis. It might come as a surprise, but skis don't have brakes. Anyway, Mr. Pirello was a veritable fount of mechanized creation. He tried for years to market the skates. He even wrangled a spot on the old TV show You Asked for It. Several pairs were sold, and they show up from time to time in museums and estate sales after the show was aired. But somehow, they never caught on. Maybe it was the brakes after all. Or is it because this fun technology is too advanced for its time? Let us know what you think in the comments section. This brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed what we had for you today, don't forget to give a thumbs up to show your continued support for the channel. Also, make sure to hit the notification icon to be notified of our next video. Since we'll be talking about places on the planet Google Earth is hiding from you. Thanks guys, stay awesome, and see you next week.